Today is day 5, and it is the last reading of week 1 in our read through the book of Jeremiah. Today we're going to read Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 1 through chapter 8, verse 3. This is one of the most important chapters in the entire book of Jeremiah. In this chapter, Jeremiah goes to the temple in Jerusalem where he would serve as priest, or maybe does serve as priest, but instead of offering a sacrifice, as priests do, instead he raises his voice and makes an announcement to all the people who are gathered there. And he says that the people of Jerusalem and of the surrounding countryside have committed all these immoral acts. Not just that they've practiced idolatry, but that they oppress the poor and the vulnerable. They're not taking care of the people who can't take care of themselves. They are committing bloodshed and adultery and unjust business practices. And they do all these things, and then they come into the temple and worship as though nothing is wrong, as though all they have to do is get the sacrifice right, and that makes everything okay. They think that as long as their worship is right, that God is going to overlook everything else, and they'll stand justified before God because at least they got that figured out. And Jeremiah calls them out on this, especially in verses 7 through 11, which is where I'd like for you to focus today. He calls them out for running to God and asking for forgiveness, but then running right out and doing the very same things that they just asked forgiveness for. They're using repentance and worship and religious ceremony as a way to feel clean, but their hearts are still turned away from God. This is the very passage that Jesus has in mind the week before his execution when he goes to condemn the temple. He quotes from this chapter where Jeremiah calls the temple a den of robbers, people who have gone out and done all these underhanded things, come here and they feel safe. But Jesus and Jeremiah both know that worship and religious ceremony is no substitute for heartfelt obedience and genuine repentance. Now, I'll let you get to it. Let's get to the text. We're reading Jeremiah 7, verse 1 through chapter 8, verse 3. I love you all. I'll see you Sunday. Happy reading.